Hello, Serge here from the Backyard Driving Range. Excuse me. All right, we have a question that came in to customer service, and it came in with no name or whatever. So this is just from anonymous donor, and it's a pretty good question, rather a little on the technical side, but I think it's one that we need to understand because it has a really good comprehension as to what happens in a golf swing. It starts off by saying a golf club on the backswing, and it's in capital letters, must, M-U-S-T in capital letters, come to a complete stop before you can begin your forward swing. To prove this, I will direct you back to a law of physics that I taught as a high school teacher. In this universe, in order for any object to change direction 180 degrees, it must come to a complete stop. If you don't believe me, try it in your car and see how unhappy your transmission is. Since we cannot avoid this, it makes sense that a club that is traveling slowly on the backswing will be easier to stop to allow change of direction than a club that is traveling fast. By taking the club away too fast, it takes too much energy to stop the club before the forward swing. Why would we want to waste precious energy stopping the club? Keep in mind, however, that if the backswing is too slow, the rhythm of the swing will be lost and it will give you too much time to think about the potential result of your swing, thereby creating tension. So let's find a backswing speed that is comfortable. Try it a little slower or maybe even a little faster and see what works for you. Okay, some good points, but I think there's also some other points here that can possibly say might not necessarily be true. If I'm taking it back too fast, too slow, excuse me, why does it have to make sure that I want to have to think too much about it? I mean, I could still stay in the moment of feeling the swing in my practice swing and swinging the feel, can keep me, if I'm swinging the feel, I want to stay basically, hopefully, devoid of mental thoughts. So there's a lot of good points here, but I'm gonna have to clarify this as far as a golf swing goes. If you don't believe, in this universe, in order for any object to change direction 180 degrees, it must come to a complete stop. Okay? Correct. The club might come to a complete stop, but the body doesn't. All right? So put your thinking caps on, sit back, and keep your mind open with your thinking caps on. I'm going to explain what happens in making a peak performance golf swing. Years and years ago, everybody was taught to take a big turn, get up to the top of the swing, and pause. Set the whole body basically in a pause. Get up here and pause your hands and arms and club and everything. Get up, pause, and then start down. That's what I call a two-piece swing, because everything comes to a complete stop. What we want is the club only to come to a complete stop. And how long does it stop? Well, try to figure it out here, folks. If I'm going to take this club and I throw it straight up there, did it stop? To the naked eye, it probably didn't look like it. It looked like it got up and it came right back down. I don't know what the exact time frame is, but I know that stopwatch, an average stopwatch, probably can't record it. And so, for lack of a better term, we might call it a nanosecond or whatever. So, yes, the club stops, but in making a good golf swing, a correct golf swing, and especially the PPGS swing, the body does not ever come to a complete stop. So you might say, whoa, how can that happen? Well, I want you to think of your body as two halves. Waist up is upper, waist down is lower. As we start the backswing in the one-piece takeaway and we're moving up to the top, and everything is moving to the top, we have the old thing called the bell position, right? We find that by doing this, and that's where we put the bell. And in my case, the bell's always a desk bell upside down the plunger. And when I come up, I go bing, bang, my lower body starts. So in making a perfect peak performance golf swing, as everything was going back, when I bing and I start to bang, what's happening? The upper body will still keep going forward when I bing, the bang. The reason why I call it the Big Bang Theory is because when I bing the bell, the bang starts with the lower body going that way. So bing, and instantaneously the lower body goes that way, the upper body, the arms, hands, and club keep going up there until there's a point where the body reaches maximum stretch. So we're getting a stretch from our toes and ankles and feet and ankles all the way up through the legs, the hips, the back, neck, shoulders, all the way up through the hands, to the arms and hands to the club. And it's going to go this way till a certain point where this can't go that way anymore, this can't go that way anymore. There has to be a winner. And what do we want to win? We want this movement to start changing the whole upper body to go back that way, and that's where you get the bump. Continuity of flow. There's a moment in time in a correct peak performance golf swing where both halves of the body will be going in different directions. So when I'm binging and I get the bang, the lower body's going that way, the upper body's going that way with the club, and in that fraction of a second, whether it be a nanosecond or whatever kind of second there is, I'm not a physicist or whatever, that club will come to a stop. How long did it stop? It won't be going up, it won't be coming down, but it's probably faster than the blink of an eye, and the human eye can't see it. And that's where we get the load and the club coming down, and we hold it to impact, and we get the coming into impact, the impact release into the forward catch is mitting up the tree. So when I'm giving a golf lesson, many times what I'm looking at, and I filmed you straight on, I want to see, I'm going to be looking at the body, and I'm going to draw a line here on the left side of the, for a right-hander on the left hip. And I want to see the first time that hip moves left. And if we're making a correct swing where we got the diametrically opposed directions, the first second I see this moving, I still want to see the hands and the arms of the club go up 1, 2, 3, or 4 clicks of the camera. All right. Now back in my youthful days, I used to go up at least 4 clicks, a minimum of 4 clicks every time. Now I'm lucky if I get 1, maybe 2. All right, 1 to 2. All right, because I don't quite lift as much. But the point is when that goes, this is still going that way. I get the stretch, and then damn, it snaps. But in the middle, there is that moment in time where the glove is not going up or coming down. Excuse me. Okay, so you got to understand this continuity of flow of the swing, the change of direction when the upper and lower are going in different directions, which gives the full stretch of the body, jerks the club down, and we swing it up to the tee finish. The club does stop, but I don't think the human eye can see it. Physicists might be able to tell us more about that, and I'll probably try to get an answer on that. But much of this statement is absolutely correct, but you got to understand exactly how the peak performance golf swing works. And when you can do that bump where you get the big bang, you're going to get in great retention of angle, release the impact into the forward mitten up the tree, and you'll be hitting it much more solid, straight, and longer, and really, hopefully, shooting better scores. Okay, so that's the secret of how the PPGS works to maximize the efficiency of the body, to build up club head speed through the impact and on up to the finish. Well, that's it for the search for today, and I'll be speaking with you all again soon.